What's up, you guys? CryptoCop here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up TradingView to look like what you see here. Nice and clean and easy to read. So let's get right into it. So when you first open up TradingView, you're going to see something that looks a lot like this. Here it's going to be gray, it's going to be kind of ugly. It's going to have this pink and blue candles, and you're going to have all these lines everywhere. You're not going to have any indicators. And so the first thing you want to do is right click on the screen anywhere, or you can go up to the settings cog up here on the top right. But the easiest way is to just click on the screen anywhere. Right click and go down to settings. This will bring up our chart settings. So you can decide on what color you want your body of your candle, the border of the candles, and the wicks. I chose to go with a fluorescent color, but you can make it anything you want. But I've got those already preset, so I'm just going to set those. You can save your presets too. So if you go down here to the color picker and hit add, it'll bring up the RGB wheel, and you can pick whatever colors you want and then add them to your favorite list here. So I'm going to change mine to the fluorescent colors. Now for the borders, you can change the color of the borders. As you can see, it's all changing. So we're going to change the color of the borders here to the fluorescent colors also. And then the wick, the same thing. I like them all to be all one color, that way it's not too confusing. So body, border, and wick all one color. Change that. And then we've got our last price line. Now if you leave the last price line the way it is, it will show you the last price line as green or red, and whichever color you selected for your body, borders, and wick. So if you for some reason change this, I'm pretty sure the only way to get it back is to come down here on the top left template and click on apply defaults, and it'll reset everything. So leave this the way it is. Now you want to come down here and just go through each of the settings. You can kind of mess with some of the stuff, but for pre and post market hours background, I like to have that selected, and I like to have the opacity about 12%, and we can just leave the colors the way they are. This way you can see aftermarket, and you can see what's going on once the market closes. Okay, so that's all you need to do for the symbol section here. You don't want to select any of the rest of this stuff because you're just adding more lines that you don't need. So just leave that stuff unchecked. Then we go down to the status line. All of this can stay the way it is. The biggest two things are symbol and appearance. But we will stop here in scales real quick. I like to add the high and low price labels. So if we select this, you can see up here we've got our high, and that's going to show on whatever you have visible on your screen. So what I have visible on my screen here, the high is $36.86 for ChargePoint, and then you can see the low is $17.60 just for what I have visible on the screen. Okay, moving on to appearance, the big one. So background, I like my background to be dark. You can make it whatever color you like, but I like black. I don't like a gradient. This is all personal preference, but I like it to be solid black. And then for these vertical and horizontal lines that you see here, we're just going to go in here and change the opacity to 0. And that will make the lines disappear. I like to have the watermark checked, that way I can see which stock I'm working with right here in the middle. And you can also change the color of the watermark to anything you like. We'll just make ours purple. And then you can also change the opacity of it. You can make it really bright, or you can make it just so that it's barely there, but you can still see what you're working with. And that's kind of like how I like to have it. Okay, so then we're going to go down to trading, and we're just going to unselect show buy sell buttons. And then basically you can see up here in the top left, it basically just cleans up the chart a little bit more. Just gets rid of a little bit more stuff that you don't need, that you're probably never going to look at. All right, and then that's going to be it for the chart settings. Now we want to add some indicators. So up here on the top left, there's a button here that says indicators. You can have a bunch of different indicators depending on which subscription you have. I think the Pro, you can have up to 3 or 5 or something like that, but there's only a couple that I like to use. One of them is the RSI. So we'll type in RSI, and it's the very first one at the top here, relative strength index. All right, you just left click on it, and that will add it to your chart. Now, this is the default setting. It comes in like this purple kind of ugly color, so we're going to change that. So in order to change that, we want to come over here to the left side where it says RSI, and then as you highlight over it, it'll bring you this settings cogwheel. We're going to left click on that, and then we're going to go to style, and we can set this to whatever we want. Background, we'll set to black. We will set this to a green. Actually, I think I had my background. It was like a purple, and then I changed the opacity. Yeah, there we go. And then I changed the dotted lines to my pink fluorescent color. So, change the color here. Color here. Pink. And we could even make this one green. Again, this is all personal preference. You guys can do whatever you want with this. Set it up however you like. All right, so that is the RSI indicator. That's all you need for that one. And we're going to go up here and click on indicators again. And we're going to type in volume. We always want to make sure that we're keeping an eye on our volume. Just the normal volume, just say it'll be one word, it'll say volume here. You left click on that. All right, and that's going to bring up our volume bar down here. You want it to be on the same chart as your candlesticks. So then over here on the left again, we're going to have our settings. Just highlight it, left click on the settings cogwheel, and then you can change the colors of your volume bars. I like my volume bars to be the same color as my candlesticks. So we'll make our green the fluorescent green, and we'll make our red the fluorescent pink. Now you can also change the style of bars. You can make it an area. You can make it just one line. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can make it circles, which that's kind of confusing. But for the sake of this video and personal preference, we're just going to keep it as the columns or the bars. So one more thing we need to add here, and that is going to be our moving average. So we just select moving average, make sure that's on, and then you can change the color of this. We'll make it white, and we'll press OK. You want to have your moving average there so that way you can see if we've got good volume. If the volume is above your moving average, you know we're getting some decent volume. If it's below, you know we've got low volume right now. So that's what we're looking at right now. So that's going to be it for the volume indicator. Moving on, we're going to add one more indicator. This is going to be the Ripster EMA Clouds. All right, so left click that to select it. Now a little bit of customization we need to do with this. We don't need all of these clouds, so we're going to get rid of some of them. Okay, so in order to do that, we need to go into the settings of our EMA Cloud. So up here again on the top left, we click on the cogwheel, and we go in here, and there's lots of clouds. So we're going to start unselecting them from the top here. We only want the green, the blue, the yellow, and the red. So just unselect all this stuff at the top. Unselect, yep. Okay, we want the green and the red, so we keep that one. We want the yellow and the blue, so we keep that one. We don't want the pink, we don't need that one. And we don't need the aqua one either. So there you go. That's all you need to do. And it's all set up for you there. And there you have it. A clean, crisp, neat looking UI that you can work with. In the next video, we'll do some charting and show you how to use this new UI you've got here with some technical analysis. As always, if you guys have questions, don't hesitate to ask in our Discord. We're very responsive. We try to answer you as soon as we can, and if we don't know the answer, we'll find out. So I'll leave a link for the Discord. Make sure you guys join. You're not going to regret it. We do live streams 3 times a week, and we give out our buy and sell alerts. So you guys aren't going to regret it. Join the Discord. Trust me. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.